Hello everybody, I am the Warm and welcome back to Danganronpa V3. Today we are starting at the old jukebox instead of jumping straight into the next chapter. I know if I load that save, I'm going to be immediately thrown into... well, cutscene's not correct, but we'll be immediately thrown into a new scene with, you know, potentially crazy things happening. And so I've decided, okay, let's hold off a bit. I probably won't talk about too much here. I just wanted to sort of have a moment before heading into the new chapter where I can just sort of sit back and kind of think about things. And I mean, I already talked a lot about my thoughts about the trial as a whole, kind of last episode. So, more the stuff that happened after the trial is what I've been thinking of. And I mean, there were quite a few crazy reveals there. So, Maki is actually the ultimate assassin. Kurumi was the Prime Minister of Japan, essentially. And, well... Oh, and we, of course, the most important thing of all, we lost another Mono Cub. I mean... Where will we be now without Minosuke? You know, I mean, I don't know how we're gonna handle that as a group. I mean, he was such an integral part of this story. I don't know. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, so much just happened at once. It's kind of hard to think how the rest of the story is gonna go now. Obviously, we're all gonna be sad again. I mean, we were already pretty... the situation has not improved. I think that's been made plain to us. And presumably we still have all those motive videos, so the danger there is not... it's not gone. And, you know, speaking of those motive videos, there's something that... Well, it certainly makes me not happy to think about, but... So, near the end of last episode, Kokichi was discussing how the motive videos, they were more than just giving a motive. They were, they actually affected our minds in some way. The most obvious way was that it seems to have returned specific memories to the individual person. And so the example that we had was with Kurumi. She got back her memories related to being the Prime Minister. Or acting at the behest of the Prime Minister, which was essentially her being the Prime Minister, so, you know. And so she got back those memories, but she didn't get back all her memories. She seemed to be aware of some impending disaster, but she couldn't remember specifically what that disaster was. However, the impending nature of that disaster, and apparently the scale of that disaster, was enough for her to commit to a course of action, which of course led to murder. And then, so, I mean, I get that part. But the part that makes it sting all the more... Well, there's a few parts that sting, actually. Which one do I want to talk about first? Well, first of all, I will say this. I'm saddened that... Okay. Well, I guess it goes to this. The motive video, Kurumi's at least, it seemed the most kind of vague out of all the well, we only have seen Kaito's, but Kaito's was very, I could see how it would affect him, because it's his family, it's his grandparents, who I think raised him, maybe? But they are the people, you know, that's extremely personal and very close to Kaito, and would obviously... The attempt is to move him to action. And yet, Kurumi's was the most vague. It wasn't, but I guess I understand that. Okay, her taking on that duty sort of tied her psychologically to all the people of the country, and that's why she acted so rashly. But the thing is, I can't help but thinking, like, I don't know. It felt like she was just playing. I mean, she seemed so smart and so capable, and yet she just seemed to play right into Monokuma's hands. And that does sting a bit. I guess my thought it was something like, okay, this is a video, and it's not specific. It doesn't tell her what the disaster is. It just tells her there's this impending thing, and this is something Monokuma is going out of his way to show you. Surely you should be a bit more skeptical of his claims. Now, the only issue with that is, again, this sort of her regaining her memories. And so, if in her memories there was also an impending disaster, and that is, that correlates with what Monokuma was saying in his video, then that sort of confirms it in her head that this disaster is real, and that she needs to do everything she can to get back to her office, her position of authority. Even so, it still irks me a bit that she just, she did what she did. And of course, the other thing that stings a whole lot was what Kokichi. Here's something good you can say about Kokichi. He is good at sort of reading people, and so him reading into Kurumi that at the end, her sort of sob story, she was trying to get us to, I don't think Monokuma would have accepted that, but she was trying to get one of us to sacrifice ourselves for her sake. And then she confirmed that. That stings so hard. That was awful. And I mean, I don't think it surprised me, but I wasn't shocked per se. I'm trying to think of the right word to describe how I felt. But in the moments after that, when she started to run, it was just sort of revealed, and she admitted it. She was revealed by Kokichi that she was manipulating us, and she had just murdered, not just, but she's been confirmed to have murdered Ryoma. When she starts running away, and we all start saying, run, Kurumi, run, hoping she gets away. How do I explain it? There's some sort of complicated feeling. That scene caused some kind of complicated feeling in me, but I don't know how to describe it. Because on the one hand, yes, it's awful that she's manipulated us and committed murder, but on the other hand, I found myself thinking, yeah, I mean, I hope she gets away. I don't want Monokuma to get his sick satisfaction with the execution, which unfortunately he got anyway. So yeah, that was a bit rambly, but those were kind of the two. Kurumi kind of playing along in Monokuma's hands, and then Kurumi subtly manipulating us. Those two things definitely stung a lot. But then here's where I want to take this back to with the motive videos. So it gave her back some of her memory, but here's what I'm really worried about, and I think I mentioned this last episode. Are we getting back genuine memories or not? And I think I might have mentioned this last episode too, but I was worried about this kind of thing at the very beginning with the whole memory manipulation thing. Because if it turns out that this change in Kurumi, where, before she was our friend, she was on our side, and yet after seeing this motive video, she became not only murderous, but also this manipulative personality. If it turns out that, if it's either false memories or some other kind of strange altering of her personality that was caused by whatever technology is at play here, that'll make me very upset. That's I don't even want to think about it. But what's done is done. We've unfortunately, the nature of this killing game is we have to move on. Now Monokuma said this one thing right before this last trial started, where it was something like, "We're the only ones out there," and there was another, "We're the only ones here. There's no one out there," or something like that. And then there was, what was it? Someone said something at some point that made me think there was it was Gonta. Gonta said this thing about, it was right at the end of last episode, this thing about the stars and how they were different and he didn't recognize any of them. Now, I don't know if that means, I'm not, here's a shocker for you. I'm not an astronomer. I'm by no means an expert in how the stars, well, I wouldn't be able to, I couldn't point out the constellations for you. Yeah, and where I live, I don't see, there's too much light pollution, so I don't even get to see much of the stars anyway. But that's neither here nor there. So, well, it is actually here or there, because I don't know precisely what that means. Does that mean we're just somewhere really far away from where Gonta normally is? Or are we going to go completely out there and say we're on a different planet or something? And funnily enough, this is not the first visual novel where that would be a plot point. So I was kind of tickled when Gonta started saying that. Yeah. I mean, it could be something, it could tie into the disaster Monokuma mentioned. I don't know, man. I don't know where we're going from here. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not sure. And I don't even know who's gonna be next. I remember my first, the reason why I started doing Kaito and Gonta as my free time hangouts is I thought they would be early potential victims. And yet, that has not been the case. We lost Kaede, we lost Rentaro. Ryoma kind of makes sense. He was definitely setting up some death flags with his, lacking a reason to live. Kurumi, I'm not actually that surprised that she's gone. I could definitely have seen her as a victim. Obviously wasn't able to guess as the culprit, but I'm not surprised that she didn't make it to the end. I think my read on Kokichi was definitely correct. He's certainly going to be sticking around. We need to. He's definitely sort of in that Nagito, similar position that Nagito held, being this sort of, I don't know what the proper term would be. Not antagonist. I think Monokuma's our antagonist, but kind of, what would it be? Anti-hero? He's opposed to us while technically being part of our team. Although he wouldn't want that. He wants us to be on our own. Okay. I'm not sure what else to talk about, so anything more I'll probably just be too rambly. Let's actually start the next chapter. This probably won't be a huge a very long episode. It is pretty late at night at the time of recording, but, you know, I had the opportunity, and so I wanted to make sure I took it. And, because I wouldn't be able to record for another few days otherwise. Okay. Let's get in there. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay. Let's go ahead and get in here.
What you're seeing now is live footage of the sky from our camera at the scene.
Oh boy. We're starting out strong today. Or tonight, rather. So I do have to say, it is kind of unfortunate the way they structure this, where, you know, you get to the end and it asks you to save. And of course I'm going to do that. You know, if you go to the end of last episode and you go to the very end, it says, "Do you want to save?" And so obviously I'm going to say yes, save the game. Well, even if I didn't hit yes, it wouldn't matter. In either case, no matter what you do, you're immediately dropped into the next scene. So I did see this after I finished last episode. So that kind of ruined the surprise a bit. But still, this is quite striking in more ways than one. Residents run for cover as an object believed to be meteorite approaches. I see more than one object here. Now, is this the impending disaster described by Monokuma? This certainly takes the... Yes, I would describe this as a disaster. Gotta say.
You can clearly see the meteors raining down. We are witnessing what looks like the end of the world.
Okay.
This is not a movie. I repeat, this is not a movie. This is live, unedited footage. This is real. The sky is falling before our very eyes. We've just been notified that the government has officially declared a state of emergency. Subway stations have been opened as shelters. The government is instructing citizens to remain calm and evacuate to their nearest shelter. Children and invalids are to be given first priority.
Transfer student from beyond the grave. I don't remember what the I don't remember what the name of the first two chapters were, but that's quite a striking name. Transfer student from beyond the grave. It's reminiscent to me. I mean, are we going to have a situation like, let's recall DR2 was his name? Nekomada Nidai, was that his name? He had a kind of from the grave situation. So I'm wondering if that is in the cards. But of course, DR2 was happening under very specific circumstances that allowed that to happen. So I don't know if we're necessarily in the similar situation. Okay, but... Okay, meteorites. I mean, was that caused by Monokuma or the forces of despair? Or was this just a sort of natural disaster? Was it, and again, was it the disaster that Kurumi was afraid of? Is this related to the ultimate hunt? Or not? I mean, I would assume that meteors striking the Earth would probably take precedence over something like the ultimate hunt, but that whole event is so vague, I don't know. Okay. I'm a bit sad we're not going to see what happened after Or it doesn't seem like we're going to see what happened with the confrontation between Maki and Kokichi. I mean, she had him by the neck there. It was the second day after... Excuse me, it was the day after the second class trial. Okay. Ah, okay, so she can't hide it anymore. Oh my goodness.
Come on, man.
I did see all those weapons on the wall, but I was drawn more towards the red hood over there.
Right?
Okay, spill the beans, Kokichi. How did you know? Maybe he snuck in? Maybe he snuck into her lab? We know that there was a moment in time when Maki went back to her room to take a shower. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
Is that all right?
Or, oh, okay, I think Shuichi mentioned this before. Maybe it was this. Oh?
Huh?
What, did she work for you or something?
Ah.
Hang on. I mean, he said he was the leader of a big evil organization, right? Yeah.
It can't be.
I would certainly hope not.
I'm disappointed.
How rude! Listen closely.
Right?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to antagonize the ultimate assassin.
Kazatua says so.
Hey!
Yeah, Miyu, that sounds like a great idea. Why don't you start? You go ahead and let us know how it works out for you.
Huh?
Got it.
Okay, no, guys, I don't think this is a good idea.
Wait!
Sneak attack. It'll be okay. That's fine.
Uh-huh.
Wow!
Don't worry about it.
I mean, I'm always gonna trust my man Kaito. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be worried about him.
Ugh.
Huh? Okay. You get it?
Huh?
Come on, man.
Well, well.
Oh, hi, Monokuma. Time's a bit of a factor in what?
Stay back!
Be quiet. You're annoying. Now then.
Is it gonna be more memories?
Hey! Oh?
Rise and shine, Earthside.
Rise and shine, Ursine.
Yay! Seriously?
He is all that
is about to fall out.
Wow.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure. Showtime. 1,
Oh?
2,
We
Oh, snap.
so then
Yeah.
E is all that remains.
That's old.
It's powerful. Showtime.
Leave it to me.
What?
Now, you're on the threshold of an amazing
wonderful. You were
Oh.
saying
Okay, they're just doing this, huh?
Did you forget, Father? Only we can pilot the Exisols.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. I wonder why that is.
What? Really?
How could you forget that?
I mean, I'm sure they mentioned it, but I'm not sure I fully digested that information.
Thank you, Father, but the Academy is under our harmonious control now. Step aside, Father.
It can't be. You're the worst of the worst.
So then, thanks for bearing with us.
We're giving away a golden hammer, a magic key, and a ninja scroll as a prize bundle.
Aha, so more junk.
right now.
Wow,
You're
what
on
a
the
bunch of
threshold
random
an
junk.
amazing adventure.
I mean, bravo! Bravo!
We look forward to working with you. I hope we can all get along.
2,
Oh, man.
2.
That's robophobic.
Let's get along.
All that remains of a once powerful Showtime.
Actually,
Yep, more memories.
You're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
So long. Farewell.
Shit.
Yeah, Kokichi, what's your deal? Did your organization get taken down by a robot or something? Or is it going to be a twist where you're actually a robot or something? Or what's the deal?
I'll commit that to my memory bay.
Hey, so
woohoo!
okay. Listen up.
Okay.
Going to protect you.
But
All right, we're just in it, huh? Okay. I mean, you know, that scene was fun and all, but I'm by no means convinced that, you know, I mean, that's part of the script, right? For the Monokubs to do that, I'm not... There's no way Monokuma has been hoodwinked here. This is all part of the plan, I think.
Yo!
Okay. No.
Ah.
Well, that's...
Don't worry about it.
I mean, she was very standoffish. That's certainly true.
Well,
Ah, airsoft guns, huh? Oof, I don't want to think about that. Yeah, it's not just the fact that she felt she had to murder, it's the fact that she became so cutthroat. It's hard for me to imagine that was really her, in a sense. Although maybe she was. Maybe that once she accepted the duty of becoming the prime minister, maybe she did just become that cutthroat. And so when she remembered that, she regained that part of her personality. But it's certainly not pleasant to think that of her. I can't believe we can't look at this thing. I mean, that looks pretty neat. I mean, ominous, but interesting. So, is there going to be another twist? Is there going to be a double twist where we're all thinking she's the ultimate assassin, but she hasn't confirmed that, and I feel like a few statements have just been said that kind of makes it somewhat possible for me to think that, okay, maybe there's something else going on here, but I don't know. And the fact that it was just said, Shuichi was speculating that Kokichi saw the motive video, because on the motive video it says who the ultimate is, and yet Kokichi denied it, and so that leaves, for some reason, that makes it feel more vague for me. Like it hasn't been concretely confirmed as of yet. Hi, Angie. You're still being yourself?
Yay!
Yeah, looks like it.
Kazatua is watching over us.
Yeah.
Huh?
Maybe. How divine!
You know, Angie, this isn't very polite to say, but I wish you were a bit less you. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh yeah, there was this here, wasn't there?
Humanity is beautiful.
You know, Kyo, I kinda wanna see your lab. I'm curious what it would be.
Excellent. Wonderful.
Yeah, it was something else. It's definitely something else.
Oh! Gonta.
Okay, let's recall, we still haven't heard anything about the horse graffiti.
Allow Gonta.
And yes, he keeps saying that he can see a tiny bug, but he's not sure. I don't know what that means. I sympathize, Tsumugi. I feel very similarly.
But I guess
All right, let's see what's behind door number 1. It's Minecraft. Minecraft was behind door number 1.
Huh?
It's okay.
Thank you.
Tuxedo Mask? I think I know that reference.
Well,
I think that's a reference I actually get. Well, let's check it out. Ooh. This looks very, what is it? I'm trying to think. I got horror game vibes from this hallway.
Actually,
Well, thank you for telling me it's made up.
stop it! So long. Farewell.
Oh, that was it? I got... What am I trying to think of? I'm not sure if this is right. Something like Fatal Frame? I've never actually played that game or that series of games, but I remember seeing screenshots or clips of it, and this kind of reminded me immediately of that. Although it's been a long time since I saw those, so I could just be misremembering.
Hey!
okay. No.
Actually.
You're right.
It can't be. I guess.
I don't know, Tsumugi.
No.
Huh? Huh?
Actually.
Huh?
Maybe one day, Gonta. We'll get you a tuxedo one day. Okay, so I see Angie. And I don't know about this one. That's a Tori, right? Pictures of TVs. Right room, center room, left room. Oh my goodness. Did you all see what I just saw? I just saw Mono Kid.
Sorry.
Huh?
Right?
Well,
Okay. Oh, the floor is something we can look at.
Oh,
huh? That's true.
but
But
kind of dark, so it's kind of hard to make out what we're looking at here.
Oh!
You're right.
Well,
Newspaper. Why do I get the... Why am I getting a premonition that maybe there's gonna be a murder on this floor, and then there's gonna be some weird, wacky haunted house things going on, and we're gonna have to figure out why are we being shown the dead bears? Okay, that was a bit more clear. So there's a gap in the corner. Okay, and so process of elimination, we should see Monosuke. Yep, there he is. This is also going to have a gap in the floor. Yeah, okay, so just the same as the others. This, the soundtrack is definitely setting a mood. Okay, maybe it's Kyo's, maybe this is Kyo's room then. Oh my.
Wonderful. Could it be? Incredible. Can this be?
Okay. Uh-huh.
Well,
Hi, Kokichi.
okay. Yeah. Hold on. I'll tear out your nerves.
Oh, okay.
Please don't. Whoa!
Yep. This isn't the first time we've seen such a katana in a Danganronpa game.
Oh dear. I'll tear out your nerves.
That is a very specific threat.
Please don't. Could it be? Incredible. Do you understand?
Caged Dog Village. I wonder if it's in any way related to the dog with a cage. just over there.
Yes. Wonderful. I see, yes. Yes. However... Listen. Huh? Do you understand? Yes. You see.
No. No.
Say. Huh?
Necromancy is not so good.
No. Okay.
Well, I'm thinking this is probably gonna happen, since we've got a few ghosts over there.
Forgive me. I lost myself. Yes.
Well, I missed some dialogue there, but that's probably alright.
Yes.
That's true.
Oh my. Ah. Maybe it will not be blank for very long. Ah, it's locked.
How boring. Ah. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I checked.
Yaha!
Hey, hey!
Woohoo!
Okay, what in the world is this room gonna look like? Ah, okay. Not as crazy as it could have been, but still pretty out there looking. Mostly just the splatters, which are, I think, a bit reminiscent to something.
Atua has spoken.
Huh?
Rise and shine, Earthside! to me.
Ah!
Eh? Stop it!
I don't care!
Is all that remains of a once powerful nation.
Ah!
Right now, you're on the threshold of an
It's
amazing
fine.
adventure showtime.
So?
Actually, maybe. Yeah! Eh? And then?
Yeah?
Is all that remains of a once powerful nation. Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure showtime.
We
Yeah,
are all friends.
sure.
I don't like that.
Why? I cannot forgive that.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
All that remains of a once powerful nation.
I feel like that's gonna be pertinent in the future.
So then,
Right now, you're on the threshold of an amazing adventure.
nom.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
Beep, beep, beep.
Uh-oh.
Because. Let's get along.
Phew.
Is all that remains
So,
of a once powerful nation.
So long. Farewell.
Okay, so we just don't have a key now.
Oh. Ah. By the way,
I guess. Kokichi, I want to see your lab too.
But
only Atua knows for sure. Yep.
I don't know about okay with that, but might just be how it is. Yeah, I always forget I can do that.
Mm-hmm. Yup. Oh,
okay.
but...
Oh.
You're right.
Oh, man.
Cause Atua says so.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Wow.
Deep sea? I don't know what that is.
So divine.
There. Nice and clean.
See?
If I remember correctly,
Yeah.
No. And then?
Okay.
Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, this feels it feels like there's so much potential in this whole area for some craziness to occur. Let's see. Only 3 of them have heads. There's 8 in total. Is this some sort of secret code? Or puzzle? Don't know. Okay, let's see here. Oh my goodness, we're already getting close to an hour. Let's call it here. Yeah, this is certainly very spooky, and I don't like being here. And I definitely feel like there could be some murder in the cards for this area. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like this place one bit. In any case, I hope you are all doing alright. I've been The Warm, this has been Danganronpa V3. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.